California, it's the Alex Duffy Show, starring Alex Duffy. This week's special guest, Leslie Wolff. And now, a man who won't be getting divorced until after he has children, Alex Duffy!
Life, it's all about you, it's all about me. We're all that we have, and all we foresee. So give it your best shot, it's all that you got. Might not be a lot, but that's all there is to life. Alright, now Leslie's gonna take a verse. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Some people think the facts of life theme song was the best, but I detested the Alex Duffy song. Some people think different strokes had a beat, but I'll tell you right now, just run away with their beat, cause it's the Alex Duffy, Alex Duffy, Alex Duffy, Alex Duffy, Alex Duffy, Alex Duffy, it's the Alex Duffy show, where the comics go, where the comics go.
That was spectacular!
Yes, it
That's
was.
the best theme song we've ever done.
I think so.
And there's this big fucking spider crawling across the floor during the show. I was like, what the hell is that?
There have been a lot of spiders lately. My friend's been sending me these paranoid spider bite website pictures of the brown
Oh,
recluse.
did you see that one? Like the whole hands just...
It was horrifying.
Holy no way.
It was disgusting.
Well, I must say, folks, that it is August 5th, 2003. I am Alex Duffy. That's the Lion.
The show. I'm still looking for that spider. He was walking
You gotta
over
get
by my
Duff.
foot.
You gotta get Duff, the studio cat, to find it.
He's too much of a pussy. Literally.
You made a joke.
Yeah.
The first time on our show. No, just kidding. Well, folks, we have a wonderful, funny guest tonight. But first, as usual,
Multi-talented, too.
Multi-talented, yes. But first of all, to date the show, we have to comment on current events.
We do.
And the rumor is that Colin Powell will not have a second term.
Will not. But then he said today that the rumors of him leaving was poppycock.
The rumors are a rumor.
Yes.
It just wouldn't be the Bush administration without Colin Powell. That's
Well,
you know,
yeah.
it just wouldn't be the same, right?
He's the one element of legitimacy in the whole system they
One
got
element
going
of
there.
decency and honesty. Yeah, I know.
Oh, and that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I would think so too. I think actually he's probably the only Republican I've ever voted for.
Yeah.
But
I agree with you there.
what can you do? Oh yes, and of course the other big news.
Other big news.
The recall.
Oh, yes.
I just thought I'm not going to run.
You're not going to run.
Yeah,
You don't have the $2,500
I
bucks.
don't have the 35.
Oh, $3,500. Sorry.
That's
You're too cheap.
I could have actually. You know what? They wouldn't let you finance it with a credit card.
Really?
The state needs the money that bad. I swear to God.
And Larry Flynn threw his hat in the ring. Ariana Huffington's done it.
You know, there's also 2 Gray Davises running.
Really?
Yeah, 2 people with
Nice.
real names are Gray Davis. Unlike our Gerber,
Right.
who's actually named Joseph Davis.
Right.
We live in heady times.
Yes,
heady
we
times.
do.
Now the state finally has a
First to
budget.
be a California resident.
I know. It's like the hippie crackpot state.
Yes.
Yeah. Still to this day. Well, folks, we are going to introduce the one, the only, and she has a last name that will make you howl.
Oh,
Leslie. Whoa!
Thank you.
Yes.
You look fabulous in bar screen.
Oh, well, thank you. I got this from a bunch of rednecks who have called Northern California and part of Southern Oregon the 51st state.
Delicious. That's a good story. I like shirts with stories.
I'm actually a centrist. I'm neither like liberal or conservative, but I went and made a little documentary on these guys. Really cool.
You need to put that back up, by the way, because they link to it from their Chamber of Commerce website.
Yeah.
You have to put that back up.
That's right. I got to
That
we have
link
a
is
server.
dead now.
Yeah, we have a server. Yeah. These guys, these actual redneck guys, who are really cool. They had a legitimate reason for wanting to make it the state. Not that I'm not championing their cause, but I found the shirts and I said, hey, those guys are cool.
If you have a dream and you follow it, how can you not love them?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I would live in the state one day.
Why not?
You know,
I have a state of depression. No, please.
I actually would have my own book in the Bible, a book of Alex.
I don't see why that can't happen. It's not too late.
You guys have my own prophecies. Do you have a prophecy for us?
I don't have any prophecies right now, but later on I've got something exciting to tell you about the universe that's coming up at the end.
Okay, we still might be prophecy.
Right.
Talk to me.
Where are you from, Alicia?
Can you tell by my accent?
We're from Texas.
Exactly. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I not because I was #1 in my class, but because I was obviously the most popular, I was chosen to be the valedictorian. I watched my graduation speech. It goes a little something like this. I remember laughing. Girls huddled around the water fountain. I had a Philly accent. I don't know where it's gone now. I'm more Gracie Kelly
Beat
now.
it out of your voice since moving to California.
I love Philadelphia. Not a big stand-up state.
Well,
or state at all.
I always have to say W. Fields joke by Philadelphia.
Okay.
You know, first prize 1 week in Philadelphia. Second prize 2 weeks in Philadelphia.
Which actually goes well with what people's philosophy is on me, which is great first impression and second impression, awesome third impression. That was coined by my friend James McLaughlin.
Nice.
James McLaughlin.
A great guy. You would love him. He's a great writer around town.
We know McLaughlin. We know a Christmas.
Interesting.
And we know another McLaughlin from Sonic Country, but I forgot his name.
Yeah.
He was the guy who cut off contact with everybody. Yeah, yes, that guy. Yes.
There's lots of those
Gary.
guys.
Gary McLaughlin. If you're watching Gary, I did not.
Sorry, Gary.
Tell us about the comedy scene in LA, since you are such a part of it, since you are a booker.
Woohoo! Well, I started off, as you know.
And a comedian, of course.
Yes, of course.
Comedian first.
Sure.
Booker second.
Well, it could be at the same time. It usually is. I started off writing for TV, as you know, writing for some very important shows like Sweet Valley High and Recess.
Sweet Valley High.
Yeah, you want to know about the twins.
Yeah.
That's what you want to know.
Oh, wait, are you talking about the Olsen twins?
No, I'm not talking about the Olsen twins, although I emulate those two. Those girls are rich.
And they're,
yes,
they're growing up and becoming, well, the object of many men's fantasies.
They
Like,
truly
it
are.
looks till they turn 18.
I follow them, and I really do follow them. I'm not just talking in the papers. But I'll tell you that I decided it's time to try some stand-up. I want to, get more involved. And because I love basically being a control freak, I decided to start running the rooms and doing all that kind of stuff. But I run 3 different kinds of rooms around town.
Show, seriously.
It's great. It's really.
You can book your own talent?
Hey, we have something in common. We have a ticket for the Comedy Union Wednesdays at 8 p.m. I think
In Los Angeles, California, is by the way people who are watching from across the country, and we do get hits from around the world.
right. It's at 5040 West Pico, and it's called Shishi Comedy, and it promotes female comics. I'll tell you why, Alex, because when I first started, I'd be going around to the Comedy Store and to other venues around town, and I'd be lucky to be, 1 or 2 women on the lineup, and I thought, hey, I want to create a place where women can be kind of equal to men, and I don't want to book all women because a girl needs to get some action, but I wanted to be half women, half men, and so now people come to my show at 5040 West Pico, Shishi Comedy, and they go, all these hot women in one place.
Yeah.
And they're all funny, and it's all...
I'd pay to see that.
Wouldn't you?
Hell yeah.
And we have a silent auction.
I'm not married either.
Oh, really?
They put their clothes on, too. They're funny.
Exactly. And the mud wrestling is just a perk, and that's at
Whoa.
the end. Whoa! No, but it's a lot of fun, because what I found running the rooms is that you need to have some sort of hook or some sort of gimmick. So that's my hook for that show.
Right.
Then I do a monthly show at the Hollywood Improv right on Melrose here in Hollywood, where, famous Hollywood Improv, and it's called All Ivy Comedy. And I started that because I'm a very active alumni of the University of Pennsylvania.
Wow.
So they're always like,
me.
well, don't be excused.
How did I say I should use my English correctly?
Sweetie, do you see how I was like thinking about colonics when you were talking about film? I was trying to chime in. I know nothing about politics, but I was always just sucker and so active in everything. I thought, why not bring in that whole crowd that's interested in meeting and singles and this and making a comedy night? And it just picked up. So now we have the first Tuesday of every month at the Hollywood Improv. It's called All Ivy.
Hollywood Improv, the world's most famous comedy club, and you have a show there.
Isn't it exciting?
Wow.
Wow. Who's our guest last week from Harvard?
James P. Connolly.
He does my show all the time. Jim Connolly, I love him.
Funniest man
Very
ever.
upper crusty.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yes. Now you've done comedy writing as well.
Yes, I love comedy writing.
And that's when you sit down in a room full of men, and you're the only woman there.
Well, I knew it was going to be a long road to being a hoe when... Where are these jokes coming from? I didn't know where that... one of my first writing jobs was for a show called Buzzkill. Now, of course, you got Pranked and Girls Behaving Badly and other hidden camera shows, but Buzzkill was the first hidden camera show ever, and I was the only female on the staff. And the interesting thing I found, and I'm not feminist, I'm even a sugar daddy, is they said I would get all the female-themed shows, like the romance-themed shows and this kind of shows. People would be like, you are so funny, you've got a guy sense of humor. And I'd say, why can't I be funny and have a girl sense of humor?
Right.
So that's where that all started. And then with other comedy writing that I've done a lot of freelance, so I've been on my own, so I haven't been among a lot
You
of
have
guys.
the dream. You're a freelancer.
I love the
That
freelance
is the dream.
It's the dream.
It's the dream I don't have the guts to have.
You do though, but you have the comfort of a 3-camera shoot studio.
Well, yeah, but it was a long road.
It was.
But I want to ask you a question.
Please.
There are 7 major world religions.
Yes.
Roughly Judaism, Christianity, Islam, the 3 monotheistic ones. Then you've got Confucianism, Buddhism, Hinduism, and
Yes.
Taoism.
Yes.
All of them, men are the major figures in the religion.
Interesting.
Why is there not a religion with a woman as the major figure?
Holy Madonna.
Sorry.
You skipped
She's
one.
almost.
That is a great question. I think Madonna is the figure of the Kabbalah. I think we saw that.
Right,
No, I'm just
right,
kidding.
right.
I'm not talking about the real Madonna. I'm talking about the singer.
But
But
a Gap commercial.
is she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. I haven't seen that
She actually
yet.
looks really good.
She does it with Missy Elliott.
I love Missy Elliott with
Yes.
the paws, or is that Eve? Paws on her boobies.
Oh,
I like to get to know you.
But why? Women equal in the world. Why is there no religion with a woman as major figure?
Well, I mean, obviously, because of what you just said, it would have to be a new religion that was started.
Yes.
Like the queens of Scientology or something. The L. Ron wouldn't let that happen. L. Ron.
Even he's a major one.
I know maybe L. Ron could cross-dress and we could have the first woman ask. No, I didn't mean it. Am I going to get struck by something? I don't know.
you're done at this time.
I know, exactly.
You're not a Scientologist.
No,
After the career.
I'm open to all religions and things like that. I think what happens is religion, like talk show and game show hosts, people feel more comfortable with a man.
Really?
There's got to be a penis.
Well, women agree with that too. Most women.
Okay, then we got 190 countries or so in the world.
Oh no.
Almost
Please
every,
don't.
every single one of them is
Yes.
run by a man.
That's true.
Now, why is this? If women ran countries, it would be a lot better, I think.
Well, I think that it's the whole nature-nurture thing, and it's the whole myth that women want to be the people behind the man. That's the nurture, that's the take care of her, and inherently that has not been something that has been a power position. In fact, I've run into trouble. I actually do this in my act, which I joke about saying, we're taught to be strong. I went to an all-girls school for 14 years. We're taught, be the president of the class, don't be the secretary of the class, be the captain of the lacrosse team.
Right.
And we all turn out really aggressive, and then everyone doesn't understand this, and we don't get the man, and we don't get the thing. It's because women, by nature, are meant to be the earth mother, the grounding force, and the men are meant to go out there and be the voice. I don't agree with it. In fact, I think Hillary would be a damn good president.
She's got my vote. She's got my vote.
Right. Or my mother. My mother seems to know everything about everything, so she'd be a great president, I think.
Well, at least you're doing your own, a room with most women comics, and that's like a step in the right direction. Because I just think women need to get their turn, and it's not like I'm a feminist, obviously. I'm a male. I'm glad I'm in the generation. No, I don't know if I'm glad I'm in the generation that managed to run the world. I just think that women wouldn't mess it up so bad. I don't think it would start as many wars.
Well, there's so many jokes, so many comics over the years have said about they don't want to have a woman being able to touch the button if they're on PMS and things like that. And I gotta say, I cycle so much, I don't know what's happening sometimes, but I think it's, women,
That's a good one, actually.
it's true.
I think women would bring a little bit of level-headedness to things that is not there.
How many women do you know?
I think they would talk more, but resort less to violence. But hey, that's just me.
Interestingly enough, what I found is the women that are leaders are as violent or male as men, because to be a leader, to be powerful, I believe every one of us, like you, could have more female in you than male potentially, and I could be more male than female. Like, no, I'm not saying you are, but we all are driven by.
That's why my wife's not pregnant.
One gender. I can't have it with the gender thing. So I think being in charge is a male quality, whether you're a woman or a man. So you see any woman in power, you look at the head CEOs of any network and people, because I go to all these seminars to
Right.
they all have to be as if they're men. And actually, keeping on note, you look at all the really successful female comics, they're all very male. Look at them. None of them are female. Rita Rudner, who has a wonderful show in Vegas, is very female and sort of capitalizes on that, but she's the only one you look at.
She's almost made a shtick out of it, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a parody of feminism, or female qualities like Ellen, Brett Butler, Roseanne. They're all very male because to fight, and you got to be that bitch, or you got to be one of the guys.
It's true because men will just walk all over you, and that is a part of your comedy. You write about this thing. You write about the relationship between men and women.
I do.
And I want to hear some of this. What do you want? First of all, why do you pick it as such a big subject? And second of all, let's hear some of it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, I'm fascinated with it because not only have I dated more than God, I mean, I'm 30, and I haven't had a long-term relationship for whatever reason, must be the guys, for my whole entire adult life. But I think that, it's too complicated. Your women, like you said, with the being leaders, they want to be pleasers, they want to do everything right. So it's like men, I just want to perform for men, and it's too much pressure. You know? You know what I'm saying? Your wife's trying to have a baby right now, right?
Exactly, yeah,
so
yeah.
your sex is boom, boom, in and out. Me, otherwise, I'm in bed with a guy. They always want to know, come on, baby, tell me what you want. Come on, show me what you want. Tell me what you want. It's so annoying. I gotta reach under the bed, get out the Barney's catalog, open it up to page 54. You like, see that cashmere sweater? Come on, make it happen. That's what we call shtick, people. He set me up for a bit. You guys are suckers. No, but I'm done with sex. I just want phone sex, and I'll tell you why I love phone. Do you like the phone sex?
Oh, he loves the
I'm
phone
not
sex.
into it.
Oh,
Steve,
come on.
Steve's talking about himself.
Admit it, Alex. Come on.
I'll tell you why I like phone sex. Honestly, tell me if I'm wrong. It's the only time you can actually have sex and eat a corned beef special without getting a weird look. It's like, so what? I've got a little coleslaw. It adds to the joy. And I'm Netflix. Have you seen it? No? No, but I love, not only do I love talking about dating and all that, but I love fixing people up. I'm a yenta, you know, before all these reality shows came out about marry my dad, marry my daughter, marry my parent, I wanted to have a show called Yenta, where the yenta gets to pick who they date. But they said, oh, that'll never work. Now look.
Now the networks are filled with, you know what, the networks are filled with a lot of this reality and that kind of stuff. It's cheaper to produce.
Totally.
Let's face it, you know, you just turn on the camera and hey, you know, it's like when Andy Warhol discovered in the 1960s, you can turn on the camera and put it on a bunch of people. Hey, you got a show!
And aren't real people more interesting than crap? I mean, that's why I was even...
Yes and no. They are. Steve and I learned very early on that you can't just interview anybody.
That is
we
true.
learned that because it's like, hey, you can put anybody on. That's what we thought. Hey, everybody's interesting. No, they're not. They may be interesting for 2 minutes. But comedians can be interesting for 3 minutes.
Well,
that is a special charm.
And that's why they're observational, so they're looking at real people in real life. Comics would have no material if they didn't look at reality.
Right.
It's not...
Very true.
Comics gotta get up and tell some story that's not real. You can smell it, you don't get the laughs. I feel like I'm more of a storyteller, and I really pull things from real life, and people can identify with you. You were asking about religion earlier. My dad, who's a wonderful just poet and traveler and a little kooky to the crazy, and he was letting me know I am Jewish and I was raised Jewish, that he found Jesus, and I thought that was great. My dad finally found Jesus. Too bad Jesus got a restraining order. That's the first guy. Yeah. But it's hard. I mean, it's hard for me to delve into family stuff. People say, Leslie, when you start delving into the family stuff, that's when your funny's really going to come. But behind all comedy is tragedy, and behind all comics there is a need to be approved, have approval, and a need to perform. And you know, it's when the comics really get to the deep stuff that you start listening and going, oh, that's real because I can't write that because I couldn't live that.
Right. Well, okay, what is it about today's world that just makes you, you know, you go, oh, it's so grim, but I want to laugh? I mean, what do you find funny in everyday life? What do you find in this grim world where they're knocking down buildings with airplanes and all that kind of stuff?
It's so hard for me sometimes because I'm a very sensitive girl. So for all the time that I'm up and happy and funny, I get deeper down in the depression parts too. And I thought, just there's so much irony in life. I'm a huge flea marketer. Do you go to flea markets?
No, I don't. But I do go.
His wife doesn't let him.
Your wife seems a little controllable.
She is.
And
She's like this tall, and she knows a lot.
But I like that. But you would like them because you can go and on any given day meet a cast of characters who are dying to tell you their story and to show you things, and you see things, and you love talking about, you know, the current events too, so people can look back and view and see it. I love going and finding an old ashtray from like the 60s or some piece of paraphernalia from somewhere and go, wow, look how the world's evolved, look how things are so different. And sometimes when we think, I can think my little comedy show is so important, or some date I had is so important, then you look at it in perspective and you're just like, whoa, we are just a little blip on this whole screen.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to look at it in the whole, take down the physics level, basically we exist, and I do. And there is a gap, there's a line of non-existence going further into the past, a line of non-existence going further into the future, and we are that gap.
We only have right now, Alex.
Yes.
This is a good
This is it.
And so we're going to start a song from Rent. There's no, I love Rent too. Rent's a great musical. That's actually another. I mean, honestly, I'm very inspired by the musical Rent because the guy who wrote it died, and it was produced right after he died, and I just thought it's so beautiful. I mean, so many poets and things are produced posthumously or whatever the right. Interesting. You know what the problem with me is? I haven't put enough thought into it.
Well, my head says it's possible, my heart says no.
That's because your heart's physical. When your heart's not, your head and your spirit will still think about it.
Yes, it's possible.
But I definitely believe in karma, and I do believe in feelings and instinct. Because the more I get in touch with my instinct, the happier I'm living my life. Because you'll get a sense when you walk into a room that you've been there before. You'll get a sense about a person, like I'm meant to meet this person, and that can't be all about this life. And I do believe
there's something more.
Clearly, that I do believe a little something. I don't know if it's Kabbalah or what it is.
Beyond our five senses.
Right. We keep reliving it till we get it right.
Pardon my What's Kabbalah?
Kabbalah is a more spiritual sect of Judaism.
Okay.
I want to go and learn more only because I am really spiritual and I haven't really been using my Judaism to my benefit and for comfort and for times of stress where you're supposed to look to religion and stuff like that too. But I believe that with Kabbalah there's levels of existence where you keep on living and being reborn until you've learned your lesson, which is why someone...
Sounds like Hinduism, actually.
Yeah, like someone like Alex might be kinder or like have less inclination to steal or cheat or something where someone like me likes fooling around with people's husbands. What can I say? No, I'm not. I don't. But, and then you keep learning, and that's why you've got to have compassion for people who do bad things rather than spite for them because they're just lower on the evolution than you are.
One of the different theories.
That's like
the current theory in physics right now.
Okay.
There's an infinite amount of parallel universes, which means there's an infinite amount of Leslie Wolffs. We're having this conversation right now.
Yes.
Except some of them will go on to fame and fortune, some of them will go on to live in the gutter, but most of them will go on to whatever you're going to become because that's kind of like the average middle. So the thing is, the key is if you can figure out, what if the Leslie Wolff becomes president of the world? What did she do? And you kind of like, you can imagine that path and follow that path, and there you go. I'm trying to figure out what the Alex Duffy who becomes successful. That one, I'm trying to figure out, because I know there's other ones that are going to go off into like, you know, they're going to be on the Texas Tower with a gun, and I know that most directions are kind of go off into like, quiet mediocrity and just disappear.
I like that, quiet mediocrity. That's a good title for something, right?
Yes. Well, that's like my novel I want to write. It's called Quiet Mediocrity.
See, that's the alternate. Alex Duffy just popped in here.
Yes. But I'm saying with the difference like in the alternate universe right now, I picked this up, but in the alternate universe, the Alex Duffy didn't pick it up, and it went off on a whole different tangent.
Well, that actually does sound like a movie I wanted to write a couple years back. Just the simplicity of a simple street corner, whether you cross that way, diagonally, or that way, changes your life forever. I did write a movie called Chestnut Grove on iFilm. That went to the internet.
Is it on iFilm now?
I hope so.
Can we watch it?
Yeah, well, iFilm.com. I hope it's
Do you have an IMDb listing?
Probably.
Does she see it?
I don't know. Check it out.
I love Guess What IMDb listing.
Yeah. But the reason
that is the crown of legitimacy.
Listen to me now. The reason I bring it up is because the whole theme of the movie is every single choice we make. The fact that I came to have this interview tonight will change my life. Not that in a huge way or not, but it kept me from getting hit by a car there, getting, you know, whatever, getting food poisoning from some other place, which leads to everything. And it'll freak you out if you start really thinking about it, but every single solitary choice leads to the next thing, so there's no wrong choice.
Well, if there's no wrong choice, then that means there's no morals.
No.
That means I could kill somebody and go, well, that was okay.
Well, that might be okay for you for what you needed, what they asked for.
Well, then you could say, like, you know, Saddam Hussein, he killed all those people, but it was okay. You made a choice, but it was, you know, you can live with it.
Well, I don't even want to go there, Alex Duffy. This is comedy. You still told me not to get dark.
Exactly. No, I'm just saying, I mean, when you pose a philosophical question.
I was thinking on a less of a cerebral level in that every choice we make, like ham sandwich or go to the gym, those choices, not go down, you know, kill a family of 4 by the side of the road or eat a ham sandwich. No, I didn't. That's a little bit different.
What else strikes you as funny about the world?
Say it again.
What else strikes you as funny about it?
What else? People and the world. What else strikes me funny?
Yeah. About us human animals.
I think it's. You just mentioned it. I gotta tell you, childbirth.
Yes.
Your wife is on you to have a baby, and I've always been like, baby. I babysit my gorgeous nephews, Stephen and Andrew, for an hour, and I'm like, get thee to a nunnery, to me. Because it's a lot of stress. The fact that these living organisms come from people's bodies, suck on their breasts, grow up and borrow their car, it makes absolutely no sense to me. How does that happen? Honestly, it freaks me out. That's another thing. When you start really thinking about it, you look at your mom, you're just like, oh, you are getting on my nerves, yet I came out of your vagina. I can't be mad. I can't be mad.
It's weird. It's like when you see a baby that's about 3 weeks old, it's almost like as if it just popped out of the vagina, and then it's like a lawnmower.
You gotta have a little numeral thing counting every time I say vagina.
It's almost like someone got the little thing on the lawnmower, just went, and there it is. It's a lot.
It's amazing.
And it's like the motor just keeps running, and it's like, whoa, it doesn't stop until Finding goes up and gets all the time.
And I gotta say, I'm a huge fan of Angelina Jolie. Gia, rent it, even if you're not ambiguous.
She's very hot.
But she's the best. She's obsessed with her new adopted son, Maddox. I read about it all the time. They live in a jungle with tigers and Cambodia or something.
Wow.
And there's
the kid is Ty.
Ty,
yeah.
Maddox.
Yes.
Oh, Ty. He's Ty.
He's Ty. He's that up.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought he said his name was Ty.
You just saw the movie, didn't you? The new movie.
Tomb Raider, not good.
Okay. Not good? No. Sorry, Angie.
Sorry.
We don't anti-plug We do, don't we? But I thought, there's something, she's saying, yes, we sleep in the same hotel room, in the bed together so he doesn't get lonely, and they're like attached at the hip, and I said, you know, we've got to be careful not to draw fine line between making our children the basis of our happiness or making our children,
Yes.
giving them the tools they need to be the happiness. So I mean, I'm not even close, but I look forward to motherhood if it ever happens, you know?
Oh, it will happen.
You think it will?
It will happen.
And see, we'll see you guys later. No, it's not gonna happen right now. It's not gonna happen now.
No, one day it will happen. One day we'll look at that maternal urge again. You know what the maternal urge is?
Oh shit!
That's what it is. You ever see that?
Thank goodness that's not for 20 years.
It's like, yeah, it's actually a 38. You go, okay, I can wait. Then it's like, 39! Ah!
How old are you, Alex Duffy?
I'm 38.
Interesting. You look very young and nubile.
Yeah, so I was like, baby
Nubile.
fat. Baby fat.
Oh, okay. We can call it baby fat. I'm on that tip.
Yes.
Well, now we get to the closing question.
Oh, Alex Duffy.
The patented Alex Duffy closing question. If you could sum up your view of the universe in a sentence or two, in a funny way, what would it
Alex, you asked me this. You asked me what's my philosophy of the universe, of life, and my name is Leslie Wolff, as you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match two of my favorite icons that are like me, being Virginia Woolf and the Big Bad Wolf, and mix the two things and say, try to get people with selfish altruism, and if they don't listen to you, blow their house down.
Yeah.
Very good! Very good!
Nice.
Selfish altruism?
Selfish altruism means people, I've been a little bit of a victim of that too, where you're kind and philanthropic and do things for people, but behind it, it's to get your own good.
Oh, sure.
So I don't apply living for selfish altruism, but that's my view of the universe, is that people are all helping each other to get to the top, and if the people that they're trying to get to help them don't help them, they bulldoze them over like the Big Bad Wolf.
In other words, if you're helping someone at the top, you get to grab their ass away. That's okay.
Right. I don't think there's anything wrong with, and if I do use a little Latin, because you know we gotta go defend quid pro quo. If you do, and I run into trouble
I'm
with
a
that.
quid pro quo big time. Even though a Bush was the first person I heard it from.
Really?
I think quid pro quo is like one of my philosophies of life.
Me too, and I gotta say, because people tell me, Leslie, your biggest mistake in life is your quid pro quo problem, in that you do things for people and you expect people to do things back. But the thing is, I don't do it to get something back. I do it and expect they'll do the same, because I have
Exactly.
that high quality of what I think people.
It's a karmic quid pro quo.
It's a
You help someone
legitical.
now, and 12 years later, you know, they pull you out of the gutter when you're dying of alcohol.
That's karma. Yeah. Mine would be, I'd be getting pulled out of the 7-Eleven donut bin.
Oh, we just can't imagine you 15 sizes too big. You're one of those people who never get fat.
Well,
Yeah.
now, watch out, wife. Now he's putting on the sugar.
Seriously, you have that call Ann Coulter.
Who's Ann Coulter? Do I know?
She's a famous conservative commentator.
Okay.
She's like rail thin.
Now I've made myself look stupid.
Rail no. She's rail thin, chain smokes, but you don't.
No.
And but she chain smokes to keep herself thin.
Right, lots of girls
You
do.
do it just to yourself.
Okay, that's a whole nother show. We gotta talk. I actually wanted to create a show that was, my sister Michelle had the idea of creating a show that was a self-help group for comics. I thought that would be great, because we're all a little
We all
bit.
need some self-help.
We all do.
Yes, you do.
Well, throw us a few final jokes before we go.
Final jokes, what can I tell you?
Some gems from Leslie Wolff.
Dating? Have you been dating lately?
Oh god,
Any good dating stories?
you can't put a comic on the spot for one-on-one jokes. I gotta tell you, I was actually on my way over here from the Starbucks, and I was crossing the street, and I've been feeling a little low. You just pumped me up, and I was crossing the street, and I hear this. Right, so I soaked it in. Right, so I sat down on the curb. I heard it again here. So I turned a little bit so they could get a better view of my full fruity flavor. Right, so I heard it one more time. I heard. So I thought, it's about time to make a little eye contact. Right? So I turned, and it was the friggin' traffic light signaling for the blind people to cross the street. So I stood there for another couple seconds and nothing. I was like, dude, what's with the big signals? And the final bit from me. That's a bit. You can see that. Hey, you can see that at M Bar too on Friday nights, August 15th and August 29th.
Plug.
1253 North Vine.
Okay.
1253 North Vine, delicious Italian cuisine.
Oh, I've been there. I can recommend the food.
Run by Joe
personally.
Reynolds,
Yes.
very fabulous, and a big, I gotta tell you, Enns Mitchell runs a fabulous club
15
every
hours.
night
It's
at the
great.
Comedy Union.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
But she's the best. We're plugging away.
Oh my God, just one hot chick after another.
Exactly.
Especially when you're married and you just kind of mentally invest and go into comedy. It's just
I like that he
great,
just
you
said mentally undress them while they do comedy.
Yeah, you're just like going, I know what you look like. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, she's funny.
I actually want to take a show of all sexy women to Vegas because they need some more comedy over there. And why not make them all sexed up and go there? Wouldn't you play Russian roulette and go up there and get your laugh on?
Russian roulette? No.
Roulette? No.
Roulette, yes. Russian, no.
Russian roulette! Sorry, I hate to laugh. You have to do this let me find in 2 seconds or it's like too much. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not sure.
Alex is slow and thick.
We must say goodbye.
That was sad. That was so fun.
Wow,
Good
it's
times.
fast.
Good times. And the world will be able to see it. The world, literally. We are one of the few shows in the world that can be seen by the world.
I'm so fascinated.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
excited.
And we're still number 15 or whatever it is on what is that list of most watched?
Oh, I'm
shows?
single too,
Yeah.
fellas, if you need a date.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Single, but only if you're good looking. Only if you have only if you have a 6-pack of abs and a 6-figure income.
Oh,
She is worth it. She is worth it.
Nice.
2 sixes, yes.
But one more 6 and you got him.
No, come on. 666. 6-pack of abs, 6-figure, and at least 6 inches of hair.
This show is getting blue, people. That's comedy talk for change the
Any last words, any last thoughts before we go? Any shout-outs?
I just want to thank Alex Duffy for putting on a fabulous show, and want to let you know, all you comics that are dying to be on the show, check it out at www. Well, I guess you're on there. AlexDuffy.com if you're watching this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I can't wait to meet your wife.
Oh, she's
yes.
a treat.
I love him.
She is small but strong.
Well, this is like strong like bull.
Yes. A lot of power, small pack.
Yes. Very much to her. The smaller the woman, the more strong they'll be. I don't know how that is.
Yeah, because they have to fight for their right.
Yes, they do. They know that you're bigger than them.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I don't know. I'm putting my foot in my mouth. All right, Leslie, it's been great.
Take care.
Thank you so much. And folks, it is August 5th, 2003. Good night.
Good night.